Now, there comes a point when you and Fred Howard are kind of a team, and you're threatening the German officers and enlisted men with going to the Russian front. You had a picture of Stalin behind you. Did they fall for this? Were they very easily acquiescent once you threatened them with the Russian front? Talk a little about the strategy of that and how it affected the prisoners.
Okay. That was as follows. The most difficult interrogation was for targets. We got questionnaires from the Air Force as follow-ups frequently to their raids. How much damage did we do to supplement aerial photography? Are these, or months later, is that factory again in operation? How much in operation? What are, or if the factory was relocated, what are the new landmarks? Stuff like that.
Okay.
And while you could sometimes trick or bribe a prisoner into giving information, even the dumbest would fall for this one. And so the immediate answer would be they would clam up. And why? Because chances are he would have, if he was knowledgeable about that factory in his hometown, he would have a father or a friend or girlfriend or anybody in his family working there, and our questions immediately revealed that we were going to bomb the damn thing again.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
So they clammed up.
Yes.
And that's when we Fred and I counseled, how do we get them to talk? And one of the instructions, there were three basic instructions at Ritchie. One, play on their predilections. Two, play on their needs, like, let's say, a cigarette or food.
Right.
Three, play on their fears. And the worst fears proved from Normandy to the time where we were getting these questionnaires was fear of Russian captivity in Russia. And that was, of course, strengthened by the fact that that they hadn't been very nice in Russia, and secondly by their own propaganda that tried to make them fight till the very end, so because they were told it would be a horrible fate if they were captured by the Russians. So we played on that. What I did, I collected uniform parts from liberated Russian soldiers and trophies from captured German prisoners and made a phantasmagoric uniform out of it, looking like nothing that ever a Russian wore, but plausibly could be meant as a Russian. Put a severe Russian accent into my German, was housed in a tent, had a picture of Stalin, which our friend and comrade in arms, John Kirstners, who knew Russian, had signed with to my comrade, Commissar Krukov, with high respect, Joe Stalin. and that when Fred brought in the prisoner, because he had told him, because he had failed to cooperate, he had orders to turn him over to the Russians, and then we tightened the vice, going back and forth between Fred, the soft-hearted American, and me the apoplectic Russian, that broke about 80% of the prisoners.
Oh, that high a rate of breaking prison. My God.
Yes, because that was, we played it, Fred would first turn them over to me. I would have apoplexy because I said this poor specimen won't even survive the trip. And then Fred would would play the soft-hearted American again. He would say, "Oh, listen, Commissar, I'm taking him back." And I would say, "You can't," and curse at Fred. And Fred would then, in the role of an American, good-hearted, would say, "Look, I can't leave you with this Russian bastard. You're so young and you have your whole life ahead of you. You'll probably never get back from there. Or you are a family man. You want to see your family again. And then that might do it. Or if that didn't work, back came the apoplectic Russian. It worked.